Hello, Monsters Abound here and welcome back to Total War Warhammer 3 and part 15 of my Sultan of Araby campaign.
Commander of Djinns.
Exactly. Right, well last time I checked to see if this is a choke battle. It's not. So we've now got effectively 6 stacks of greenskins heading in this direction. Considering that they're also at war with all of the elves and the vampires, I feel like it's
Lord and Master.
Slightly bullshit that they're all heading in this direction, but there we go. So we're going to get rid of you, and I'm going to recruit. Can't seem to get you. I'll tell you what, let's get the elephant. Let's get the elephant. We could get rid of you. Oh, I'm going to keep right. Okay, so we're just gonna.
As Sultan, I accept.
We're gonna tank.
Does
this have a garrison? It doesn't have a very good garrison.
Devoted to Araby.
Well, that's better than nothing. Okay, we're gonna pull back to the city, but mostly because that way, if you want to come and join the fight, you'll have to run, which will be better for us because if you're marching, you're going to be more tired. Grom won't have to. You won't have to. But you're probably almost certainly going to come for us. So we're going to be fighting a big old fight so we can get the Kitab at Tarasif, Encyclopedia of Medical Texts that will save our people for eons and ensure our finest veterans can keep fighting. Fantastic. We can get a Golden Age. Oh, I love a Golden Age.
Devoted to
Good times.
Araby.
Street Rat, you're kind of fucked.
Sure
Gonna pop you there.
You stand before the Sultan.
Yes, okay, good. So
I go to me.
you're going to come and help us because God knows I probably need help with Grom. Kairos is kind of feeling better about us, so that's nice. If we can kill these guys, I think we'll be all right.
Lord and Master.
If we can. Now, can you? What could you do? You could assassinate one of these. Oh, actually, you know what? If you can block, it's a 55% chance. Come on. Come on, Sads.
Sans Fury. You stand.
You could have been there, Sad. You could have been there. You could have done it. You could have been the one. You could have been the one, but you're not the one, are you, Sad? You're just a piece of shit.
Stand before the Sultan.
God damn it. Non-aggression pact? You haven't met each other, have you? Nope. Okay. Can always break it off with them if they do meet. Okay. Now it says Pyrrhic victory, but we do have 4 stacks of enemies. Ooh. Okay, you're there. That's reinforcements. Okay, unfortunately, they will have artillery, and I don't really have anything to deal with that. So that is going to be problematic, but we'll just have to live with it, won't they? Won't they? Won't we? Oh, lovely open field battle. Just what I want. Okay, if we're going to win this thing, we need to take out their artillery before anything else, because that could potentially just sit there and pound us from long range. So, I know for a fact that they've got about 5,500 greenskins to throw at me. Which doesn't sound that bad until you realise that actually on the field at the moment they've only got 2,000, which means they've got another 3,500 greenskins in reinforcements waiting to throw at me. So we're trying to snipe the artillery, but it's doing that weird. It's definitely a Warhammer 3 thing where, like, the artillery says it's in one place, but it's not. Kind of weird. Anyway, you notice that, like, it'll say, "Oh, the unit's here," but that's because they're like the rest of the actual unit's like over here somewhere, and it just happens that the one guy with the banner is over here. Anyway, so we're dropping some spells on them. We've hit them with a thingy-majig, a sandstorm as well. They've all kind of blobbed up, which is really helpful for us. Is no good. Is racking up the kills. It's up to 450, 470, 480, 490, 500. Takes a gaze. 530, 38, 538 kills, 8,700 damage dealt as gold. That's not bad. That is very good. That is insanely good. That was 3 spells as well. So he used a sandstorm, he used a quicksand, and then he also hit them with a burning hands as well, just for funsies. But that did catastrophic damage to that army. You can see there's even some units that were completely wiped out. A few like the goblin archers fleeing from the battlefield. Are there many dead? I mean, I think basically we just like tickled. I don't think we actually killed. Well, okay, we did kill a lot. We did kill a lot of people, but mostly it's just slowly sapping the health of all of them. They're just weakening those units, which means when they charge us, because I've corner camped, because of course I have. At that point, we can hopefully knock them out, and as each unit gets knocked out, reinforcements will come in, creating almost like a second wave. But then, you know, we just have a second wave to deal with, so should be fine. We also have cavalry hidden over the battlefield, so the camel Jezzails are hidden in a small corpse of tree. You can't see them. There's a shit ton of camels hiding in some trees, but they are invisible. Meanwhile, over here, slightly even more. It's just one tree hiding a horde of hippo people. Well, I guess there's more than one tree there. More like 5, 6 trees hiding all the hippos. So we do have some units hanging around, hoping to close the gap. The desert dogs are charging in to try and knock out the artillery. The idea being, if we can knock them out, then that makes our life a lot easier because we won't get pounded by them. And then we just need to get the enemy army to actually kind of advance. So far, they've just milled about. I think it's because they're trying to pick off the camel archers that are roaming around, taking pot shots at them. But they're not doing it in a way that particularly helps them, really. Their strategy isn't very good. So, Is No Good's coming back again. He has taken quite a lot of damage. This is a little bit dicey. He is, of course, using the Forbidden Rod. This is the problem, Is No Good. You touch the Forbidden Rod, you go blind. We know this. Never mind. Anyway, we're going to hit them with yet another quicksand because I feel like that's pretty effective. Big blob there. Running back over. So it won't start doing damage until it ticks down, but then there we go. 9,000, 9,100, 9,200, 9,400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 9,800 damage deltas gold. That's done a good number. I mean, that army is effectively fairly fucked right now. So far, they've thrown 2,370 greenskins at us. And they're down to 1,630. And that's not to mention all the ones that are half dead. Unfortunately, the Desert Dogs are not doing particularly well. Those Goblin Rock Lobbers, I feel like they should be doing better against the Goblin Rock Lobbers, but they just, well, in fact, I don't know if they're actually there. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, we're being chased off by some boar boys, which we should be faster than, but apparently they're keeping up with our camel archers somehow. Yep. The AI cavalry can get into... not just the cavalry, to be honest. The AI units can go into like a constant charge. Charge speed is faster than normal speed, but AI units can, for some reason, just enter charge speed whenever they feel like it, and just stay there, which means they can often catch up with your units without having to actually be faster than them. Meanwhile, it's no good coming back. They're having another little meeting here, aren't they? We know this isn't a good idea, guys, right? No? Okay, well, I guess I'm doing another quicksand then. Another quicksand, and may as well pop another sandstorm in there. Another Darude sandstorm. There we go, you can see it's no good. Kills going up. That sandstorm causing mayhem. It's up to 720, 730, 745, 76, 77, 8. Oh god, how many kills? 855? 855 kill. 13,000 damage deltas gold. This army is categorically fucked. Okay, so that's going to help us. Meanwhile, the camel riders are continuing to run away from the boar boys, at least trying to. Again, 70 speed, 80 speed. I am 10 speed faster than you boys. You boys should not be able to catch up with me. I should be able to outrun you. But no, apparently not. Still, we are slowly... I'm literally just ahead of them, but you can see they're actually catching up with me and taking swings at the back of the camel archers every so often, which means they are actually travelling faster than my camel archers, which is incredibly annoying. And it's not the first time I've seen this kind of action. You can see it if you've got like missile cavalry being chased by doggos. The doggos usually have the same speed as the missile cavalry, if not slightly slower, and they can usually catch up with them with not much issue. If they get into a certain range, it's not an issue for them. So a lot of the units in this army taking a bit of a beating, which is good. Those ball boys run into range of the rest of my army and get absolutely shredded. Of course, we do have a new unit, I think, is the Sea Nymph. Yes, I know. Calm down. Calm down. Chill. Alright, I know what you're like. If I see the little bump in the timeline which says people have been re-watching that, I'll know what you've been doing, alright? And just like is no good, it'll turn you blind. So help me God. Anywho. They're still not marching on me, are they? I don't know what the fuck they're doing. I've like... So the desert dogs are hiding in the trees, right? They can't see these guys. They can't see these guys. So the only guys they can see are these guys. They can see my camel archers who are currently fending off those orc boar boys who are coming back once again. They really... I mean... How... Oh, you are routing. I was like, how, oh, now you're routing. Like, you have minus 25 leadership for fucking ages. But yeah, they're still... Are they... Like, we're 11 minutes into this battle. They've had their reinforcements for ages, and they just don't really know what to do they? They're just sort of milling about. Can't quite... Which means that I can spend time picking off their units, which actually works in my favour, so I guess that's good. I put these guys on skirmish. Yep, nope, I don't have to turn skirmish off. They just decided to run straight into them, so I had to turn skirmish off and tell them to, like, run away. That's what skirmish mode is supposed to be. I don't know whether they think that because they've got artillery they can bombard me from long range or something, and because my units are in range they can't be bothered to advance or something. I genuinely don't know. Either way, they have been taking pot shots at me. So they've got 4 rock lobbers, 4 rock lobbers. These are the real dangerous units. 4 rock lobbers there. I mean, there's a bunch of dangerous units, but what I don't want is them to sit back and just batter me from long range, because that would be rough. So yeah, so they're all attached to their rock lobbers at the moment, and they are all advancing on me. Desert dogs hiding in the trees there. What I wanted to try and do is once they've like thrown themselves in, the Jezzails can come out, take out the rock lobbers, and then the hippo cav can hopefully like smash into the rear and wipe them out. That's the plan anyway. Starting pump wagons, for some reason, deciding to advance towards me, which means I can pick them off. Decide to get into range of my Jezzails, and then... Well, yeah, I mean... Nature takes its course, I guess. Yep, goodbye, Stotling pump wagons. So we are 13 minutes in. 13 fucking minutes in, and they haven't even managed to draw up a battle line. Like, come on, guys, let's speed this up a little bit, shall we? So I've put my reinforcements, the reinforcements from the city, to come in from this side. The idea being that we can delay their reinforcements. So basically, if my reinforcements keep coming on, and we sent the desert dogs in there to try and do some damage, but they instantly get annihilated. To be honest, I don't really care. But we can hold guys back here. So these guys run away, these guys come on. They're basically just going to keep those guys busy, which is good, which means they won't join the main battle horde, which means we can hopefully deal with these guys to start off with, and then we can deal with the enemy reinforcements. Grom is coming in very, very wide, and this is a concern because he might discuss... In fact, he's heading straight for the hippo cav. He's going to see them. He is going to see the Hippocav. That's bad news. So I decide to pull the Camel Cav out. Grom immediately turns around, saving the Hippocav. However, this does mean we're now vulnerable because the vast majority, they still have enemy cavalry. Somewhat. What speed are these guys? Got a speed of 70. These guys, I mean, technically we could stay out of range and shoot them, but Grom is slightly quicker. So I immediately start heading for the catapults because we need to take those out. That's a priority. That is a priority target. I mean, maybe I should have kited them a little bit. Maybe tried to wear them down. That would probably be the better option, wouldn't it? Yeah, I mean, what I do is I just send them to charge in and try and knock out the Goblin Rock Lobbers ASAP because that is a priority. I probably, what I should have done is use them to kite what units there were around here and then hit the Goblin Rock Lobbers, but I was a little bit worried they would do too much damage in the meantime. However, they are actually just targeting is no good, so I guess I gave them maybe way too much fucking credit. So we've got a line of pit fighters, then behind them we got the Palace Guard and the Southland Warriors. All of these guys got good melee defense, good armor. We should be able to hold the line with them. So the Camel Cav charging in, trying to take out the artillery. The hippos are there as well. Hungry, hungry hippos. I should have spread them out a little bit, but I didn't. I really wasn't watching what was going on over here, and I really should have been. The thing is, I can't trust skirmish to keep my units safe. Skirmish mode does not. Skirmish mode for the AI works really well. Not for me. Yeah, never rely on skirmish mode. It's a terrible fucking idea. Anyway, so the Hippocav are currently munching their way through some Black Orcs. Basically everyone, to be honest. But they did make... There's a Goblin War Boss there. Did make one of those units go out of control. Slight problem, but we do also have a Black Orc Big Boss to deal with. The rest of the enemy army is now advancing, but under a hail of fire. And being that they were already pretty fucked to start off with, that gunfire is whittling down units before they even get into melee combat. However, we do have a squadron of Ragnarok Spiders currently heading towards our front line. So far, so good. Meanwhile, at the back, held in reserve, we do have the Ravager of El Calabad. He's a big boy, and he's got a laser. So the Ragnarok Spiders smashing into our front line, backed up by those Black Orcs. However, the Ragnarok Spiders are big boys. They will be brought down by the Giselle fire eventually. The Sea Nymph currently just floating there, moistly. Going to use her to take out the big boss on that flank. So far, so good. Meanwhile, cavalry-wise, things not going so hot for the cavalry, but we are, on the plus side, taking out the enemy artillery and also delaying enemy units from joining the main assault. The longer we can keep our front line as clear as possible, give us time to take down those units, the better. Because if the enemy comes in drips and drabs, then it's pretty much all over for him. God, those pit fighters are fucking hench. They did not skip leg day, or arm day, or back day, or any day, to be honest. There goes the laser from the elephant, and he jumps charging into the fray to take out an Ragnarok Spider. He is a very big boy. That Ragnarok Spider is getting its arse handed to it. We've already got one down as well. Might be two down, in fact. Ragnarok Spiders did not last very long. We've got the Fen Beasts from the Fimir. They're an allied unit for the greenskins. Now, although things look bad for our cavalry, as long as they survive the battle, that's fine. They will replenish, which means any unit that looks badly damaged is retreating back towards our army, which is still dealing with the enemy. But as you can see, that main attack has failed completely, with most units now breaking, and the last few being mopped up. The Sea Nymph is giving it beans. Oh, that Ranrock Spider came back, so she's retargeted. Trying to take out the big old spider. He's only got 500 hit points left. Nah, he's fucking going down, isn't he? There we go. She actually does quite a lot of damage. How much of a piercing do you have? 368. It's not bad. It's not bad. Incarnate Frost of Death. So as long as your hit points are greater than 25%, you deal damage to everyone around you, which is really very useful. Just need to knock out the enemy heroes and generals and stuff. The Ravager of El Calabad finishing off the last few Arachnarok spiders on that flank. I think there were like 4 Arachnarok spiders in total. Boar Chariot's getting shredded by gunfire. Kamet Jazale's there helping out last second. Right, okay, so far so good. Most of the enemy attack has been broken. The last few units now being picked off. Grom is still alive for the moment. And we have a horde of enemy units now swarming onto the battlefield. And they still got yet more to come. So we're just trying to bring all of our cavalry units back into the safety of our army. Stop them from being wiped out. That's all they can flee off the edge of the battlefield, to be honest. At this point, it doesn't really matter. With that said, although we've managed to kill off half the enemy army, they've still got a shit ton of greenskins left. And we are out of Winds of Magic. We're low on ammo. And our front line is looking a little bit battered. However, we have killed off most of the really good infantry they had. With that said, they do have stone trolls, stopping pump wagons, Orc Boarboy Biggins. They're all swarming onto the battlefield. Plenty left to kill. We're desperately trying to get the Hippo Cav back towards our front lines. That big boss is trying to infiltrate us by the looks of it. What's our speed? We're 70 speed. He is also 70 speed. I guess that makes sense then. Okay, everyone's just charging back. We're sending in our 2 Emirs to go and pick off that Black Hawk big boss. Stop him from... Oh, we lost a Hippo. There we go, though. We got him locked down. It's all fine. It's all good. Here comes the last few. Here comes Grom as well. We're going to send everyone to deal with Grom. We're going to send in the Nelephant. We've also got a Goblin Big Boss there, so we're going to send the Emirs, the Nelephant. We're also bringing the Sea Nymph over to help. As the Jazales pick off the last few enemy characters, the last casters. I don't think they've got any Winds of Magic left either, so it's basically they're just running around, not really doing anything at this point, so we can just mow them down. With any luck, that will help our balance of power. Grom is getting pummeled by the Nelephant, and the Goblin Warlord, that Goblin Warlord, also taking a bit of a beating there. Southland Warrior's got them surrounded when, you know, the Elephant isn't pummeling them. I don't think they take damage from the Elephant. I think they're basically just getting thrown around. As long as they don't die from being flung, because that could happen. Okay, the Goblin Warlord is fleeing, and Grom is down. Boop, boop, boop. There he goes. Grom is down. Okay, so 5,500 greenskins in total. They're down to just under 3,000, and that's pretty much everything they've got. They've only got 2 units of Snotling Pump Wagons held in reserve. Still, that is a ridiculously large blob of greenskins heading this way, and I say, I do not have any magic to deal with it. So, units that are badly damaged are being pulled back towards the rear of the lines. That's the Camel Jazales and the Hippo Cav, who I probably wasted a bit, but to be honest, I hadn't really expected them to spend that long dicking about not doing anything, so oh well. I say I'm out of Winds of Magic, that's not true. I've got 10 left. I've got 10 Winds of Magic total left, which I'm holding in a back pocket for a Flame Pillar. Okay, here comes the enemy army, including a Bog Octopus. Oh. Is this the... Oh, I guess this might be the army, mightn't it? This might be one of the main... I guess their war came on. Grom had a war. Yeah. And then... I guess so. That must be the enemy general of the second army. I think we've been attacked by 2 armies and 2 wars. Fucking greenskins. I always find wars like a middlingly useful strategy for the player, and yet an absolute nightmare to deal with if you're fighting greenskins who are currently warring. That's just me. I mean, mind you, it slows your armies down, doesn't it, for some reason? I've never worked out why. Never mind. Right, the starting pump wagons are incoming. They've got night goblins as well. All of these night goblins have fanatics. So, I'm going to send some units out to engage them, because I would rather they use their fanatics on themselves than me. Battlefield still littered with the bodies of greenskins. In goes our elephant, and we're also going to send in the sea nymph to try and get their attention with the old fanatics. There go the fanatics. Unfortunately, they end up spinning in the wrong direction, although that's not going to be the case for all of them. Still, better than nothing. The problem is they do have a lot of missile units coming up behind, and that concentrated fire onto a very large target, such as the Ravager of El Kalabad, is going to bring their health down pretty rapidly. So we're going to have to be a little bit more aggressive here. We're actually going to charge forward. They're actually targeting Najim for some reason. I don't know why they're targeting him, but I just realised just in time to start making him do a serpentine. In comes the pit fighters. Palace Guard pit fighters knocking out those greenskins. There goes the flame pillar and the Nelephant lasers. We're also going to hit them with Death Frost from the Sea Nymph, and she's also packing a little Death Frost there. Oh no, Heart of Winter, sorry. She's packing a Heart of Winter, so we can drop that. There we go. That was the right time to do it, right in the middle of that horde of goblins, which is hopefully going to do a real number on them. So the Sea Nymph is picking up 2,500 damage that was got, 103 kills, more fanatics coming out, but a lot of the greenskins are on the run. However, it feels like we're almost spent. Like, I do not have much left to commit to this battle. Palace Guard moving up to try and fend off the Boar Boys on the right flank. We're desperately trying to reach those missile units so we can do as much damage as possible. The Sea Nymph eventually picked up 2,800 damage dealt as gold, not too bad. We're actually even committing the Hippo Cav, as battered as they are, because at this point it's basically everything or nothing. Need something that's vaguely fast to go and run down those archers and put them out of our misery and stop them shooting at us. Is no good. Took a lot of arrow damage, but then, you know, he did kill 857 guys, so I kind of have to give him that. I think he's done his job. Meanwhile, more fanatics coming out, doing mostly damage to their own side, as is tradition. That Sea Nymph is doing a world of good. 3,000 damage dealt as guard. I mean, you know, it's not quite is no good level, but it's definitely not bad. The poor Ravager of El Kalabad. How much health did he start off with? 15,000. He's down to 2.5. Fortunately, looks like that is going to be just barely enough as we start running down the last few units. A little counterattack on our left flank is managed. We put that down with use of the Southland Warriors and the Palace Guard. Barely enough. Camel Jezzails just holding on for a second there. You can see the battlefield littered with bodies at this point. 5,500 greenskins. However, that was not enough. Okay, well, that was the majority of 2 enemy armies killed anyway. There was not so much, but that's okay. 2,500. We could take that. Go on then. Right. Send them packing. With any luck, their wars will dissipate because their armies won't be big enough to support them. You know, on a trade agreement, which I'm going to say yes to. Ooh, we'll just keep moving as normal. Okay.
Commander of G.
So we sent those buggers packing, didn't we? Eh? That was good. Why do you still have... You shouldn't have your wars. You do not have enough units to support those wars anymore. You've only got 6 units. You've got 20 white. That's too much. That's bullshit. We did lose a unit. What did we lose? What did we lose here? Oh, probably a camel archer? I think it's a camel archer. That is not the end of the world. Sure. Diplomatic relations with High Owls, cause terror and fighting greenskins. Pretty good. Okay. Oh, we got a Jin carriage
Wizard
as well.
Supreme of Araby. Lord and Master.
Right, I'm suspecting. Jesus Christ, look at that.
Sultan,
Look at that.
as sure as the sun rises.
It's a big lamp to rub, isn't it? Can I just auto-resolve this without having to fight you again? Because I'm going to be honest, after that fight, I'm kind of... Oh, you motherfuckers! Not my Hippo Cav, you wouldn't! Oh! Oh, you motherfuckers! Oh, you sons of bitches! Fine, because I'll have to do this the old-fashioned way then. This mod is so good. Just the varied units you pick up. Like, it feels like such a well-rounded faction with just some weird stuff going on in it. You just kind of love it. I mean, look at this. It looks pretty good, doesn't it? It looks great. Let's just summon a little sand boy, which I forget to do in this battle, but never mind. And of course, you've got the Raging Tempests, who looks fucking amazing. I love how weird that looks. That's great. There is the Sultan of Flames, the Fire Ifrit. You know, just really good. Just so much thought has gone into this. It's genuinely amazing. Anyway, so we've taken out the Rock Lobber with our emirs, sorted that little problem out. And now the enemy army is advancing towards us. I mean, there's still quite a lot of them. But this time, you're facing the Sultan's elites. And these greenskins are basically on their last legs. You can see as we batter them. Front line getting absolutely melted. Black Orc Big Boss bravely solo charging the front line. I don't think that's a good idea, mate. You've got very little health left. Oh, no, you've got no health left. Our stout defenders hold the line bitterly against the greenskin hordes. I mean, this battle is... Apart from the fact that Hippo Cav would get wiped out when they're not even on the fucking battlefield. Look, they're being held in reserve, so they're not even here. Our Palace Guards, 100 armour, 73 melee defence, not to mention the bonus verse large. 20 bonus verse large. These stone trolls are going to get their arse handed to them. Sultan Jaffar getting stuck in the fire Ifrit there as well. On our left flank. Going to hit them with the old Heart of Winter. It's going to do a right number on that that blob of boys there. Not to mention we're getting them with the quicksand, and then we're going to hit them with a thingamajig. Shadow, what's it? Thingamajig, the pit of shades. That's the one. So that left flank is absolutely devastated. Meanwhile, there's yet more blobs on the right flank. The Fire Ifrit is going to use his ability, which is a bit like that Dark Chaos Dwarf spell, which fires all the blobs, and then the blobs rain down, and everyone dies. Lovely stuff. So the right flank starts to waver. The centre is just completely gone, and the left flank has also pretty much broken and gone. Meanwhile, the Emirs are trying to pick off the enemy general, the Night Goblin Warboss. There was a Goblin Great Shaman. He has already got his head kicked in and is now running away, but there's still a blob of enemies currently hanging around and stopping us from taking out that Goblin Big Boss. So we're going to get the old Tempest Djinn to drop his ability, which is another Vortex. Also with the Helmet Discord as well to make sure they can't hit us. You can see the Tempest Djinn coming in closer so he can use his Vortex. That should clean that up, and then we can focus on the enemy general. Although there's not much left of the enemy. They threw 4,000 greenskins at us, and I think we managed to evaporate most of them in double quick time, taking basically no damage in return. There is another wave of greenskins advancing, but to be honest, I don't think they're going to stick around. Especially with their general completely crushed. So we do have some river trolls incoming. I think this is mostly the War forces. These guys, are they marching? Let's see. No, they are fresh. I don't know if you march, whether the War counts as marching. Maybe the War can't march. Maybe that's why you can't move as fast. I don't know. Anyway, the important thing is we're going to blat them with the artillery that we have remaining. You can see that unit of goblins exploding into jam in the distance there. And witnessing the fate of that little advance guards, the rest of the army decides that maybe charging into a gun wall isn't necessarily the best option. Okay, anyone else want some, or are we done here?
Commander of Djinns.
You. Oh god, Robin?
The Serpent Lord.
Mate, what's going on? You're getting fucked every single battle. Oh, the Corsair Soul. Oh, we've already got one of those. Okay, well, I think that went relatively well.
Lord and Master.
Is no good.
Forward.
You're going to go with Sultan Jaffar.
You stand before the Sultan.
God, there's another
You stand
friggin' army
before the
right over
Sultan.
there. What kind of war do you have? Okay, if you... I'm going to say...
As sure as the sun rises.
Let's pull back to the castle. We've got reinforcements on their way. There you are.
Lord and Master.
Yeah, we... Oh god, don't crash. Thank fuck for that. Okay, good.
You stand before the Sultan.
Okay, good. I'm tempted to just send everything we've got
I go.
into Bretonia. I think we're going to need it.
Forward. I go.
Street Rat can heal later. We've got other things to be
Stand
doing.
before the Sultan.
Two skill points for that. Gonna be honest, mate. I think you deserve more, but that's not my shout, apparently. No, not skilled riders. Hang on. No, that one. Then wait, who do you have in your army? Bow boys. That does do bow boys. Okay, that is fine. What else do you have in your army? You've got some
As sure
Jinn?
as the sun rises.
Creatures of the desert. Go with that one. That makes sense. Let's go with that one. You're going to be a scarred veteran. Because God knows you definitely are.
You stand before the Sultan.
Yusuf. Now you have got... You want June charge. You've got 3 skill points. Which is... Yeah, I'll get Scheming Megalomaniac. Go with Route Marcher as well. And then we'll get Rally. Your army's actually pretty good, all in all. Arcane Conduit, and we'll give you Piercing Bolts of Burning. You're going to need more Winds of Magic. In fact, if I was to...
me, you stand before the Sultan. As sure as the sun rises.
Okay, I need to get you more Winds of Magic, basically.
Wizard Supreme of Araby.
And poor old Robin Williams is getting his
Lord
arse handed to
and
him every
Master.
single fucking battle. Every time we auto-resolve.
You stand before the Sultan.
Okay, they can't have much more, can they? No? It says strength rank 13, but I think it takes a turn to actually update. So I'll be interested to see what strength rank he is after I've absolutely fucked up 3 of his stacks. Which was
Lord
actually 6
and
because of the
Master.
war. You can do stuff like that. There we go. Okay, we do have another army here. This doesn't look too bad.
Let me think about it. No!
I mean, with that said, those nasty skulkers are really fucking nasty. They live up to their name. Let's get coffee. Did we need... Someone said we need coffee for... Hang on. For this. Did we need coffee for this? Oh yes. Curse the gin. Alright. Bosh. I mean, we made buttloads of money. So, I'm going to treat myself. Embrace the sun. Minus 15 melee defense for Lord's army. Sounds just rough. Envelop near. Leaping Blade. Ifrit's Blade. Summon Fire Ifrit. Martyr's Stand. What's this? Vengeful Sword. So it does damage to ourselves, but then it deals, holy shit, 0.60 regeneration. What the fuck? Right, well I want one of those. However, I need more money for that. That's also going to have to wait until next time, where we're going to push north through Bretonnia, reclaiming the Sultan's thingy-majig. We've also already got Castle Carcassonne. Tick that off the board. Then we just need to kill all the rest of the greenskins. Well, I do hear that a lot. With any luck, we've got Nasser. He can come up and join us. Then we've got another buddy team there, and we're going to send these 2. So basically, we'll have effectively 6 armies, which is basically what we just dealt with. With any luck, Grom's war will dissipate soon, and then I won't have to fight double armies at the same time. Yay! Again, don't have to wait until next time. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.